2, 3, 4. I started this not really knowing where it go. Just me some late nights putting on a show. Didn't think anyone would stick around. Now look at us, yeah, you found my sound. From the comments to the messages you send, some of you feel like more than friends. So this is my thank you, yeah, it's for you, for sticking with me like you always do, for every listen, every share, for showing up and being there. You take these songs and make them real, turn my chaos into something I can feel. I say it once, I'll say it loud, I wouldn't be here without this crowd. You send me ideas when my brain goes dead. Some days there's honestly nothing in my head. Then suddenly I'm writing at 2 a.m. thinking, how did I get this from them? I came here to make music, not accidentally start collecting favorites, but here we are. And I won't lie, yeah, I see your names. Some of you playing dangerous games. So this is my thank you, yeah, it's for you, for sticking with me like you always do, for every listen, every share, for showing up and being there. You take these songs and make them real, turn my chaos into something I can feel. I say it once, I'll say it loud, I wouldn't be here without this crowd. To the ones out there, boots on the ground, using my music, turning it loud. I see you, I mean that I really do. This part of it, that's because of you. To everyone who listens, who shares, who stands, this is my thank you. So this is my thank you, yeah, it's for you, for sticking with me like you always do, for every listen, every share, for showing up and being there. You take these songs and make them real, turn my chaos into something I can feel. I say it once, I'll say it proud, I wouldn't be me without this crowd. I came here to make music, not accidentally start collecting favorites, but here we are. And yeah, if you're smiling right now, it's probably you. Yeah, this is my thank you. On the pavement, line in the ground, no need to shout it, it's already love. Right here we stand, right here we stand. Stay outside, hold the line, we're not crossing, not this time. Stay outside, hold the line.
across the web. Bill was already out there talking, already saying what he lived. No performance, no big slogans, just years of seeing things firsthand. And once he started speaking openly, he never really stepped back again. The kind you only really tell when you've actually been there. Don't mess with Billy D. He's not scared to say it straight. Spent too long inside the silence to go back and play it safe. Still standing there, still talking, still giving people truth they need. Don't mess with Billy D. He talks about disconnection, about what control can do, about how hard it is to leave something when your whole life's wrapped into it too. People listen when he speaks, because there's nothing forced in it, just somebody telling the truth, the way he's carried it for years. Some people stay quiet forever, some people walk away clean, some people spend the rest of their lives making sure they're heard clearly. Don't mess with Billy D. He's still out there standing strong years later, and he's still reminding people why speaking up still matters this long on. No big act, no fake front, just somebody who lived it and won't pretend he didn't. Same pavement, same fight, still there. I've been seeing it everywhere lately, different places, different days. People just walking straight in, phones out like it's a laugh, and I don't know, it just doesn't sit right. Watching people run through like that, like nothing in there matters. They're calling it speed runs, like it's just a thing to do. See how far you get inside before someone stops you. But it's not just that, it's not just a clip online. There's people in there, and it messes with all of it. They're getting into rooms they shouldn't even be near. Papers out, names on things, stuff that's meant to stay there. And you hear someone call for police, and it just changes the whole tone. It's not funny at that point, it's not harmless anymore. They're calling it speed runs. Throw it up, watch it spread, but it doesn't disappear when it's out of your head. People are dealing with that long after it's done, and the ones doing it, they've already moved on. I saw the clips from LA News, picked it up as well. People linking arms together, trying to stop it themselves. Doors getting shut, chained up, handles taken off outside, and you just think this is only making it worse, because they're already told people out here aren't safe, that the world's against them, that no one can be trusted. So when this happens, it just proves it to them, even if that's not what anyone meant. And there's people out there trying to do it properly, standing outside, speaking up, keeping it within the law, and this just cuts across all of that, makes it harder to be heard, 'cause now it all looks the same from the other side of the door. Call it what you want, but it's not helping anyone. It's not exposing anything, it's just closing people off. If you've got something to say, say it without doing this. Don't go in just to scare them, it only makes it worse. It just makes it worse.
Wheels down streets with phone in hand, no likes to dine her late at night. Cracked pavements, men in uniform saying you don't belong, but she keeps moving, steady, strong. Still she shows up, still she tries. By guy always at her side, while others rest, she takes a place in council rooms. She speaks what they don't like. They hear her voice but don't see the cross. Every meeting, every risk she's crossed. She speaks for voices drowned by fear, most broken hearts and frozen near. She speaks for those who can't get out, with a quiet voice in chambers for us all to hear. Doors too narrow, stairs too steep, she names the things they don't wanna hear. Families back together, freedom, and no more weapons so they can't run. Truth that goes off those chamber walls, many what for around the globe. They call the police. We all that had to watch her meet. She could stay home, she could stay safe, but justice doesn't wait. She wheels for all, not just herself. Strong and caring, heart so bright. She always trying to get Janet out through broken footpaths and streets unlit. She fights for change and won't quit. She rose for us all, advocate angel. She never says what it cost her soul, the pain, the cold, the unseen toll. She'll smile and ask, are you okay? While her own needs fade away. Oh, one day the lights will shine bright when Letterbox still
We stand small, we speak for all. We choose, we care, we'll never fall. No secrets to follow, no rules to keep. We trust our hearts, not shadows deep. We stand small, we think our own. No chains of thought can hold us down. We stand small, the truth we see, not in their lies, but in you and me.
No silent rooms, no whispered shame, no fear or guilt, no one to blame.
We live our lives with eyes wide open, not trapped in words that leave us broken. We stand small, we think our own. No chains of thought can hold us down. We stand small, the truth we see, not in their lies, but in you and me. We question, we challenge, we shine our own light. We walk together, not follow their fight.
No secret handshakes, no hidden wall. We
Rise with love. We stand small. We stand small, we think our own. No chains of thought can hold us down. We stand small, the truth we see, not in their lies, but in you and me. Dun, 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 dun.
You walk up like you've done this before. Same look, same rhythm in your voice. Not shouting, just saying things that don't quite land. Like you're waiting for a reaction. You repeat it and repeat it again. Like if you say it enough times, something in me's meant to crack. You switch it up, call me something, try to make it personal, see if that works better. But it doesn't hit the way you think, it just sounds rehearsed. Like you've been told, this is how it goes. Go on then, say it again, try and get a rise, try and get in my head. We know what you're doing, it's clear as it gets. This isn't new to any of us. You can stand there all day, turn it around anyway. It's not going to land how you want. You keep circling back to the same few lines, watching faces like you're scoring it, waiting for someone to snap, raise their voice, give you something to point at. But no one's giving you that. Go on then, say it again, push it a bit more, see where it ends. We're not here for that, we're not stepping in. You're not pulling us into it. Say what you like, stand there all night. It doesn't carry the weight you think. It's meant to wear you down, that's the point of it. Say enough, repeat enough, and something gives. But it doesn't work like that here, because we've seen it before, heard it all in different ways. And it's strange, honestly, how empty it sounds when you don't react, like it loses shape mid sentence. So go on and say it again. Call me whatever you plan. We're still standing here. We're not going anywhere. If anything, we're louder than before. You won't push us out. You won't wear us down. If this is the line you're taking, we'll stand here even more. We know what you're doing, it doesn't work. Looks like any office from the street outside. Same kind of place people pass all the time. Reception desk, someone says hello. Nothing there that you wouldn't know. Forms to fill, sit and wait. Told you everything here is safe. Door closes, tone shifts quick. Little things that make you clock it. Behind closed doors, it's handled in-house. No one talks when you're back out. Behind closed doors, it's kept contained. Different story once you explain. You're told who to speak to, what to say. Best not make this public anyway. They write it down but change the tone. By the time it's logged, it's not your own. You hear later it's been resolved. No real detail, case dissolved. Same people, same routine. Nothing's ever what it seems. Behind closed doors, it's handled in-house. No one talks when you're back out. Behind closed doors, it's kept contained. Different story once you Others notice but keep it light. Quick looks past and out of sight. Everyone's learned to stay in line. Don't ask twice, don't read between. Word gets round in careful ways. Bits of truth and what's not said. You start to see the pattern clear. Why some people just disappear. No alarms, no scene, no noise. Just quiet pressure, subtle choice. Stay and play it how they need, or step away and take the lead. Behind closed doors, it's handled in-house. No one talks when you're back out. Behind closed doors, it's kept contained. keep pushing it. We said that, but you just kept going, like it didn't apply to you, like nothing really could. And every time someone called it out, you just doubled down, like you were untouchable. We were the only ones seeing it. It wasn't hidden, it was right there, bit by bit. It changed. You're not untouchable. You're not untouchable. Doesn't matter how loud they cheer. You're not untouchable. You're not untouchable. The rules are still right here. Some shout, we told you. Some just noise in the back. It wasn't sudden, it built up in waves. Every line crossed just made it harder to ignore, like you were pushing it further just to prove a point. And maybe for a while it worked. Maybe that's the problem, because it started to feel like there were no consequences left. But there always are, there always are. You're not untouchable. You're not untouchable. No matter what you believe, you're not untouchable. You're not untouchable. The ground doesn't care what you say. And now it's here, 30 days, a year of watching every step. No crown, no myth, just reality. You're not untouchable. You're not untouchable. We said it out loud. You're not untouchable. You're not untouchable. And now it's landed out loud. We said it out loud more than once. I still listen most days, still try to stay with it, because it matters what people are saying, what they've been through, what they're trying to name. But lately it's been harder to sit all the way through it, not because I don't care, it's the opposite of that. It's not just the people in it now that I think about, it's the ones who've been out for a while, quietly rebuilding, trying not to go back there in their heads. And then all of it comes back through a screen, through a clip, through a voice you can mute in your memory. It doesn't just stay where it started, it spreads out wider than that, into people watching, people remembering, people trying to stay steady while everything shifts again. And some days it's too much to hold all of it at once. Some of us are still here because we want to support it, wanna stand beside it, want to believe speaking up matters, but that doesn't stop the weight of it. It doesn't stop old things showing up again when you were ready for them. And not everyone says it out loud, some people just go quiet for a bit, not gone, just away for because they need space to sort through what's theirs and what isn't anymore. And it's strange because none of this is simple. Speaking up is right, naming things is right, but people aren't just ideas or roles in a story. They're carrying things too. It doesn't just land in one place. It moves through people. And sometimes the strongest thing you can do is step back a little, breathe a bit, and come back when you can, because you still care. You just need space to hold it again. It's okay if it's hard to listen to right now. Yeah, I saw that clip earlier. Yeah, that's the one I mean. It's not even the full thing. Exactly, it's cut right down, like you don't even get the context. It changes every time it's passed on, like it's drifting further away from what it was. And people are just running with it. No one's checking anything, just repeating it over and over again. Wait, hold on, that's not what happened. Wait, hold on, that's not how it was. And the names they're using, it's not even subtle, like they're trying to get a reaction, but also pretending they're not. And I keep thinking, would you say that if the person was standing right there? Or is it just easier like this? It spreads faster than it's checked, moves quicker than it's questioned. Wait, hold on, that's not what happened. Wait, hold on, you're changing it. And once it's out there, you don't get to pull it back. Not really. It keeps going without you, and dragging others into it. People who didn't ask for this. That's where it crosses over. That's where it stops being noise and starts being something real. Wait, hold on, that's not what happened. Wait, hold on, isn't the same thing anymore. It's not the same anymore. Not even close. You don't say it out loud anymore, but I hear it in the gaps you leave. Used to laugh at nothing for hours, now you just nod and breathe. Same voice, different rhythm, like you're reading from something I can't see. And I don't ask the obvious questions, 'cause I still want you next to me. So I talk in small half sentences, little jokes wrapped in doubt, hoping something in the silence finds its way back out. And I leave soft signals in the dark, little cracks in the language I choose. Not enough to pull you backwards, but enough you might one day use. 'Cause I can't just stand here watching you disappear into something so tight. But I can't say what I really think without losing you outright.
So I speak in the spaces between, where I hope you'll hear me right. They say the noise gets quieter when you stop asking why, and the room feels more organized when you don't question lines. I used to think I knew you, but that version feels far away, like something from before the structure, before everything had a name. You still make that same face sometimes, like you're holding back a laugh, and I almost remember freedom, but it slips past. And I feel these soft signals sometimes, like something I should understand, but I've got so many directions, I don't know where I stand. And maybe I change without noticing, or maybe I'm learning to see, but I can't tell if I'm becoming clearer or just less of me. It's not easy being the outside, watching someone rewrite their mind, 'cause every word has a shadow and every silence feels designed. I don't wanna break what you believe, I don't wanna lose you either, so I keep it light like a thread in the air, hoping you'll feel it deeper. And I leave soft signals in the dark, like footsteps you might one day trace, not loud enough to wake the system, but enough to leave a place. 'Cause I don't know who this is harder for, you inside or me out here, but I know I can't stop speaking, even when I speak in fear. So I stay in the spaces between, where love and doubt appear. Jenny stopped sleeping sometime last year, started hearing whispers through the heating vents. Her mum found her crying in the garden at 4 in the morning, hands blue from the cold. Doctor gave her something for the panic, something else when that stopped working. Now she says the world feels underwater, like everybody's talking from another room. Her dad stands outside the hospital smoking, trying not to hate everybody at once. There's a man with a CCHR leaflet waiting there beside the gate, soft voice, warm smile, like he's seen this all before. Says you don't need those people, says psychiatrists ruin lives, says they're poisoning your daughter right there while her father's barely holding it together. And for 1 second it sounds good to blame somebody, 'cause blame feels better than helplessness. There's a kid called Ryan in Ward B, 13, ADHD, thrown out of 3 schools already. Mom cries every parent's evening home, medication made him quieter, but quieter isn't always better. Now he stares at walls for hours, picking skin around his thumbs till they bleed, and everybody argues over him. Doctors, teachers, forums, online, people who never met him in their life. Then somebody hands his mom a leaflet, says therapy's a lie. Says depression's fake, says trauma can be solved with vitamins and fresh air and freedom. Like human beings are that simple. Old guy in the waiting room, Vietnam cap pulled low, shaking so hard he spills coffee down himself. Keeps apologizing to strangers. Says the pills made him numb at first, but stopping nearly killed him. Nobody puts that part in documentaries. Nobody puts that part on flyers. Outside the rain keeps hammering concrete, and the leaflet people keep circling families, looking for the frightened ones, the exhausted ones, the people desperate enough to believe certainty. 'Cause certainty sounds holy when your life's falling apart. Hospitals fail people sometimes, God knows they do. Cold rooms, bad doctors, wrong meds, people treated like paperwork instead of souls. But the ones holding leaflets never mention what happens when somebody throws all their help away, because fear got weaponized against them. They never tell you. Psychologists spend years trying to understand suffering, that therapists sit with people through nightmares, that psychiatrists sometimes keep people alive long enough to see another summer. No system is clean, no treatment works every time, but pain isn't cured by replacing medicine with paranoia. Jenny stopped taking everything in winter. The leaflet guy called it freedom. By February, she was back in the garden at 4 a.m. talking to voices nobody else could hear. And her dad sat on the back steps crying, like a man watching somebody drown twice.
I know every sound this house can make, every creak beneath the floor. I hold my breath when footsteps pass, count the seconds at the door.
There's a space between the coats where no one thinks to look. I stay there when the world feels wrong, curled up small and shook. And my mind won't stop moving, even when I stay still.
What did I do to end up here?
Why does fear follow me still? I hear voices in the distance, laughing somewhere far away. Feels like everyone's still living
while I hide another day.
Hiding in the closet, waiting for the noise to pass. Scared of what's outside that door, scared of how long this will last. And I keep thinking, will somebody notice me?
Please,
someone help me. Sometimes I almost reach the handle, tell myself just leave the room, but my chest gets tight and heavy. I already know the truth. What if nowhere's really safe now? What if people turn away? What if I step out for comfort and get hurt all over again? I'm tired of talking to myself like I'm the only one here. Tired of silence getting louder. Tired of living inside fear. And I don't wanna disappear. I just want someone to see me hiding in the closet, watching shadows underneath the door, wondering if anyone has ever felt this way before. And I keep asking, how did life get this lonely? Please, someone help me. I don't wanna hide forever. There's a camera where you didn't expect one, held steady a second too long. You carry on talking, try to ignore it, but something about it follows you home. It shouldn't matter. People all the time, still you feel it land somewhere you can't quite shake. Later you hear your name said back to you by someone who shouldn't know it. Slightly wrong, slightly twisted, like it's been passed through too many hands. Stories start to move without you, picked up and bent out of shape. You end up answering things you never said in the first place. It builds in the background, quiet but constant, a weight you didn't ask for. Not loud, not clear, just enough to keep you looking over your shoulder when nothing's there. Start double checking small things. Who's around, what's been said, who's heard what version of you today. Most of it's nothing, you tell yourself that, but it adds up piece by piece until it changes how you move. And even if it's just rumors, just words going round, they still reach places you can't always follow. It's not the noise, it's the way it lingers. People who know you stay steady, that's what holds. But there's always that edge, that thought in the back. How far does it travel? Who else has heard it? It builds in the background, doesn't quite leave. Not something you can point to, but you stay where you are. Keep showing up, because stepping back would mean it worked. Call it what you want, it doesn't move me.
I said something the other day and watch their face change. Not angry, just lost. Had to stop mid-sentence, start again. Find a different way to say it. There are phrases that sit in my head like they belong there. Shortcuts I still take without thinking. Then I hear them out loud and realize that's not how people talk here. Some words don't leave when you do. They hang around, shift the meaning of things. You translate in real time, over and over, trying to land somewhere normal again. It's not just language, it's how you read people. What feels right, or what feels off, what you trust without knowing why. They say it takes time, years sometimes, not to forget, just to stop filtering everything through it. Some words fade, some don't, some stay just under the surface, waiting to come back out. And you learn slowly how to hear yourself again without them. Without them. Same building, same routine. People in and out, keep it clean. Nothing loud, nothing wild. That's exactly how it's styled. You see someone going one way, come back out, don't look the same. Quick, you good, yeah, I'm fine. Conversation cut in time. Everyone knows, but no one says how it works, how it gets. Everyone stays, looks away, carries on like any day. Things get handled out of sight, no reports that make it right. Just a version passed around, trimmed enough to water down. If it spreads real slow. Half a story, never whole. By the time it hits the end, no one knows where truth has been. Everyone knows, but no one says how it works, how it gets. Everyone stays, looks away, carries on like any day. You start clocking who goes quiet, who stops showing, who denies it. Patterns build without a word, loudest things are never heard. It's not hidden, just controlled, not exposed, just never told. That's the trick, that's the way, keep it normal day to day. No big scenes, no alarms, just quiet to Just a format, standard stuff. Nothing heavy, nothing rough. Read it quick, don't overthink. Everyone does it, pen and ink. Lines are simple, clean and neat. Looks routine, nothing deep. But you don't get time to pause. Just a nudge, go on, because sign here, it's all the same. Just your name against the page. Sign here, make it fast. No one really reads it back. Later on it comes around. Something said, something found. Pointed back to what you signed. Different meaning over time. Not what you thought you agreed. Not the way you chose to read. But it's there in black and white. Used to close it, not make it right. Sign here, it's all the same. Just your name against the page. Sign here, make it fast. No one really reads it back. Watching what you do, what you say, what sticks to you. Every step a bit more planned. Once you know what's in their hand. Ink don't shout, paper don't speak. Still it holds you quietly. Sign here, it's all the same. Just your name against the page. Sign here, now you know how far that paper goes.
They sent me to a room, said it wouldn't take long. There was paper and a pen. They told me to write everything I did wrong, even things I didn't see. They said, think harder, not just today. Other times, if I said I couldn't, they said I could. Said it was there inside me. I wrote what I could, then I stopped. They read it, gave it back. Said there was more I missed. Told me, try again. So I stayed in the chair, didn't move, didn't speak. Kept writing what they said, even things that didn't fit. Some of it didn't feel real, didn't sound like me, but I wrote it anyway, so I could leave. They said, that's better. Now it's right.
Yeah. I walked in same as any day. Signed my name, put my phone away. Didn't think twice, didn't feel off. Just another thing to tick and cross. They called me through, shut the door. Sat me down like times before. But something changed in how they spoke. Like every word was being broke. I said nothing, I stayed calm. Told myself there's no real harm. I said nothing, let it slide. Even when it didn't feel right. They asked again and asked it new. Same question shaped a different view. Told me I should help them out. clear things up, remove the doubt. I tried to speak but lost my place. Every answer turned and changed. By the end I wasn't sure what I'd even said before. I said nothing, I stayed calm. Told myself there's no real harm. I said nothing, let it slide, even when it didn't feel right. After that they said it's done, appreciate the way you've been. Heard it mentioned back, didn't sound like what I said. Now I think on how it went, when my words go twisted bent, and how easy it became to carry someone else's frame. Didn't shout, didn't fight, still it keeps me up at night. Know what happened, how it's told, how it's shaped once it's controlled. I said nothing, I stayed calm. Told myself there's no real harm. I said nothing, now I know that's exactly how it goes. They track my steps, my calls, my name. Whispers followed me, shadows played the game. Every complaint was twisted into fear. The truth I spoke, they didn't wanna hear. Promises of help, a hand to hold, but it turned to lies, dark and cold. Fair game, they said, now I see the score, chasing me down behind every door. Fair game, they laughed while I fought through. I'm still standing, but I won't forget you. I won't forget you. Emails marked, letters intercepted, all my words carefully dissected. Friends turned away, families divided, justice delayed while secrets were guided. I screamed and they answered with silence. I fought, they replied with defiance. Every step, every tear they tried to own, but my voice remains, I stand alone. Fair game, they said, now I see the score, chasing me down behind every door. Fair game, they laughed while I fought through. I'm still standing, but I won't forget you. Follow orders, never question why. Every motion monitored, every sigh, ranks and colors, rules to obey. Freedom traded for another day. Puppets in uniform, moving as one. Every voice silenced, every thought gone. Puppets in uniform, marching along, learning obedience gonna turn. Wake up, step in line, the path is set, the stars align. Hands raised high, heads bowed down. Inside these walls they wear the crown. Puppets in uniform, moving as one. Every voice silenced, every thought gone. Puppets in uniform, marching along, learning obedience, swallowing wrong. I like your body, I like what it does, I like his house. I like your body, I like what it does, I like his house. I like to feel the spine of your body and its bones, the trembling firmness of your flesh. I like your skin, I like your bones, that trembling firmness of your flesh. Yeah, I like your body, I like your body, hey. I like what it does, oh, oh. I like your body, I like his house, I like your body, I like your body, hey. I like what it does, oh, oh. I like your body, I like his house, I like your body. I like your body, I like the smoothness of your body and the softness of your flesh. I like your body, I like what it does. I like your body, hey. I like what it does, oh. I like your body, I like his house, I like your body. I like your body, hey. I like what it does, oh. I like your body, I like his house, I like your body.
They're already laughing before the call even connects, like something happened earlier and neither of them is over it yet. Right? Listen to this. And it spirals from there. They don't really do small talk, it just turns into stories straight away. Half memories, half chaos, half you know what I mean. And the other one always does. There's that old language still floating around, little words, little habits slipping out when they're not paying attention. And instead of it being heavy, it's just funny now, like something they both outgrew at the same time. They've got each other, and it's easy in a way that doesn't need explaining. They've got each other, and you can see it without them trying. Just two people who understand the same history and still choose to laugh through it. They meet up and lose track of everything. Time plans what they were meant to do next. Lunch turns into sitting there long after the plates are gone. Still talking, still interrupting each other, still going, no, no, you're not getting the best bit yet. People would see two friends laughing too much in public, nothing deeper on the surface, but it is deeper. It's history, it's survival, it's finding someone who gets it without it needing explain. They've got each other, and it's easy in a way that doesn't need explaining. They've got each other, and it shows in the small moments. No effort just real. And somehow they still make it feel like
Casablanca heat, middle of the night. Fan turning above the bed like a helicopter blade. He hadn't slept properly in days. There were books everywhere, half-read philosophy, occult paperbacks, cheap adventure novels with cracked spines, coffee rings over all of it. He kept talking about potential, about the mind being stronger than pain, like he'd discovered something nobody else had noticed. The bartender just kept pouring drinks. Outside, the streets were still alive, music drifting through open windows. Taxi horns, hash smoke, arguments in French. Morocco had that effect on people, made ordinary men feel mysterious. He loved the sound of his own theories, the weight of certain words and grams, past lives, trauma, clear. Say something strange enough with confidence and people lean closer. That was his gift. Not truth exactly, not lies either. Something in between. He'd sit scribbling for hours, fast, messy handwriting, like the thoughts were outrunning him. Somebody at the docks told him, all religions begin with one man who refuses to shut up. He laughed hard at that. Years later, there'd be uniforms, tape recorders, security checks, people crossing oceans to hear him speak. But here, it was still just a restless writer, getting high on his own ideas under Moroccan lights. The room smelled like dust and tobacco. Morning called a prayer echoing through the city. And he kept writing anyway. Like if he found the right sentence, he could finally turn himself into somebody immortal.